Yes, we understand. You don't want to hear all this hype again. The moment a player has a good year, the expectations go through the roof. Fans expecting homogeneous things from the young man, and the pressure of expectation often gets to them. But if you had to get on the hype train for one player in world football right now, it has to be Erling Haaland. What's so different about this player that makes him unique? And why is he so highly rated? Let us explain. Before that, if you've not subscribed to our channel yet, do that right now and press the bell icon so that you never miss an update from us. We have to start with one of the most striking attributes about the young Norwegian. The pace which he possesses makes him stand out from the pack. A striking display of that pace was in last February during a counter-attack. He ran 60 metres in 6.64 seconds. Just to put that into context, the world record for that distance is set at 6.34 seconds. Of course, he had the momentum that sprint runners are not afforded, but such pace puts him in a league of his own. The reason his pace is so impressive is the way he's built. When a 6'4" frame runs at such blistering pace at a defender, things get tough to handle. Most players with his stature like the ball played to their feet, as they do not have the ability to reach balls played in behind. Think of players like Peter Crouch. But due to his pace, Haaland can reach balls over the top and loves getting on the end through balls. He also tends to drift out wide to receive the ball and dribble past defenders to bring others into the game. This opens up so many possibilities of goal-scoring situations that would be impossible for other players. The power. With his 6'4" stature, it's obvious that Haaland has a physical presence, but his height is not the end of his physical attributes. One striking quality of his game is the strength of his shots. He does not just slot the ball in, he blasts it into the net. Such shot power makes up for accuracy at times when, by itself, it's not a problem for Haaland, as he usually places his shots perfectly. It also makes him a threat from outside the box, as he can easily beat goalkeepers before they follow the trajectory of his shot. What is the most exciting element about his stature is that he is still growing, and at 20 years old is yet to get to his physical prime. Intelligent movement. Another quality of Haaland that makes him a delight to watch is how clever he is with his movement. He operates on the shoulder of defenders and is quick to set off on any run so that his teammates can find him with long balls. Even if they don't, such movement takes the defenders back and opens up space for runners to penetrate the space left by Haaland. Finishing. As of November 25th, Haaland has had just 91 shots on goal and has scored 70 goals in his professional career. That stat alone should speak volumes regarding his finishing prowess. He is also the quickest to score 15 Champions League goals and is set to score many more. As for his finishing technique, a great attribute that he shares with exceptional forwards like Sergio Aguero is his short backswing when kicking. This makes it easier for him to get a shot in tight areas. Combined with his pace, he just needs an inch of space and a split second to get a shot away. Add to that the accuracy of his finishing and you have a certified goal machine. Mentality. One of the things you see with world beaters is that they have an elite mentality. The same is the case with Haaland. He likes to score goals and no amount is enough for him. In one U20 game for Norway, he scored 4 in the first half, but was angry during half-time. When asked by his teammates why that was the case, he said he missed one chance. Of course, he scored 5 more in a 12-0 victory, but was again disappointed because he thought he could have had 10. The winner's mentality seems to be from his Norwegian background, where actions matter much more than words and players love to work hard and grow. What does the future hold for him? One thing to notice about Haaland is how wisely he has chosen his career moves. When he was off to a promising start in Molde under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he could easily have moved to a major league, but instead he chose RB Salzburg in Austria, which helped him transition to the top of his game by playing in the Champions League. Then in January of this year, he could have easily chosen Manchester United to work under his ex-manager and play in the theatre of dreams. But he chose Dortmund, and what a triumphant decision it's been. So when it comes to his future, you can expect a well-informed decision from Haaland. Most likely, he will stay another year or two at Dortmund before making his next big move. Reports suggest that Haaland has a release clause that would allow him to move on for €75 million in 2022, but Watsk and Dortmund chief has denied such news. Watsk has also added that he sees Haaland staying at the club for a long time. But in any case, Dortmund are most likely to offer him an improved contract so that they have all the cards when it comes to selling him for a major fee. If that is the case, very few clubs may be able to afford him. There's of course Real Madrid that may need a Benzema replacement in a year or two. And who is to say Barcelona won't love his style of play and smart movement? After all, recent reports have linked him to Barca, with Laporta keen on making him the first signing of his tenure. Add to that playing at United and the prospects of working with his ex-manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and there are enough clubs that could do with a player of his calibre. In a few prior interviews, Haaland has expressed an openness to competing against the elite talent in the Premier League. In any deal, Mino Raiola, his agent, is said to be a major detriment, and clubs with the best relations with him may get preferential treatment. Growing up, you might think that having the exposure of watching players like Messi, Robin, Ronaldo, and even his dad, he would idolise some of the more established names playing during his childhood. Instead of one of the favourite players of Haaland was Michu. He even used to tag himself as ex-Swansea man in Instagram posts back in 2016. More recently, while playing for Norway, Haaland copied iconic Michu celebrations from his Swansea days. In recent interviews, Haaland has also mentioned his admiration for Cristiano Ronaldo, naming him as the player that inspired him to become a footballer. Similarly, he also admires Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who has also had an exceptional career as the tall Scandinavian striker. Seems familiar, doesn't it? Some concerns. Haaland was held out for a length of time to finish 2020 as his coach Lucien Favre thinks his hamstrings injury is a result of playing a little too much. Football fans would be hoping that this would not be a pattern that is repeated too much. Too many young sensations have been plagued by injuries and have had their potential wasted. Talk about players like Adriano or Jack Wilshere, that had a great start to their careers but could never really reach the heights expected of them due to injury issues. As such, Dortmund and many feature clubs will have to manage the workload of the young Norwegian amicably. As for their personal efforts, it's quite obvious that he doesn't skip leg day, and it's working quite hard to improve his fitness. He has always been a great trainer, and he can develop a conditioning routine that can keep him safe from injuries. The sky is the limit for him. He would be looking at his inspirations, Zlatan and Ronaldo, who have been able to sustain long, successful careers at the top by taking good care of themselves. They say that fortune favours the brave, and the way Haaland plays and trains, nature often has a way of rewarding that. Let us hear what you think about the Norwegian goal machine in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. See you next time with more exciting content about the beautiful game.
I'm an icon, and my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a